We have an announcement for the Bethel family regarding an agreement that has been reached to sell the 6 buildings comprising the 117 Adams Street and 90 Sand Street complex in Brooklyn.
Primary purpose here was to produce Bible literature that would help people to come to know Jehovah and to understand His will and purpose and become disciples of Christ.
I would walk through the press room and it smelled of ink and paper. It was noisy, but it was wonderful for me.
117 Adams Street will always remain part of my life.
We've always said what we produced helped people to gain a relationship with Jehovah and others to maintain a relationship with Jehovah. So that was the focus of everything we did here.
117 was just buzzing, you know, with machines and people coming over the bridges and equipment, and it was just thrilling just to walk around there.
We had this building before on Concord Street, but it has nothing to compare with this building. 117 was the apex. Those places faded into oblivion. We now had the state-of-the-art in the 117 Adams Street building.
The presses were on some of the higher floors, and then when they would produce the material for books, they would go through a slide down to the next floor.
And then they would drop down and shipping down below and go out.
But as the work kept increasing, we had to get new rotary presses. So at one time, we had 40 rotary presses. We were running them all the time.
And keep in mind, in the early days, all of the books for the world were printed here.
The limitations now with space here in Brooklyn has required that we look for other places in order to print and acquire the necessary equipment that technology now is producing in order to get the work done.
The funds that we derive from the sale of the buildings allow us to be able to move the work ahead right now.
Now when you think of our jw.org, as far as exposure of the truth to millions of people, much greater than the few people that would pass by that physical building.
117 will always have these memories because of what was accomplished there. When they were printing the Truth book, and they're a million behind the demand, the excitement, the things that took place there in those buildings, well, that's enriching.
God's people have never been sentimental, being attached to something material. And now we need to move on. We've always been willing to do that.
What they did resulted in a tremendous worldwide witness. People know about Jehovah's Witnesses now.
117 Adams Street has been a tool in Jehovah's hand.